Welcome back. So in this lecture, let us see how to read and write text files using Python. So you can read the file and also write the file back with the data whatever you want using Python. Let's say first of all I will create one new text file. Right click new file and you can say it as test.txt. The one what I am explaining now is applicable to text files only. So create any text file with .txt extension and then start typing something like A, B, C, D, E. Now you can read this information using Python. Okay, let's see how to do that. Firstly, you have to open the file using Python either to read or write. Okay, so there is a method in Python open. You see that this is a method which will help you to open any text file. So you need to pass the path of the text file. So right now this particular text file is in the same path where this read write file also located, so you can directly pass the name. If it is in different location, you need to pass complete path where exactly this file is located. Okay, so make sure you put it in colon. Right, so from this method you can create one object file. Okay, so this file object now have information about this text file, and anytime when you open the file at the end make sure that you close that file. Okay, that is a good practice. If not, there may be memory leaks or due to open of multiple files your file may get corrupt. So make sure you close it whenever you open this. So why are we opening this? Either to read that file or to write something into that file. First of all, let us see how to read all the contents of that file. Okay, you can simply read all the contents of the file using read method, file.read. Okay, so basically this method will help you to read all the contents of file. Right, so let's run this test. Read write. Nothing is printed because this file read all the content, but you have to see all the read content in your output, right? For that you have to use print. Print will actually retrieve all the content what this file read and it will print it in the console. Okay, so you have to give the print to see whatever it has pulled up. And now you see A, B, C, D, E. This is the content we have in this text file, and we have successfully read that content using read method. Okay, so this will read all the content if you use read method. But in the read method, let's say I will add few more words in the same line. Okay, let me add some random cat, dog. Yeah, I want to read only first two letters. In that case, I can say file.read of 2. Basically, it read bytes. When you say 2, that means it read 2 characters or 2 bytes of an text file. So run this again and now you will see that it only picked first 2 characters in that file. If you don't pass anything, by default it will print all the contents. But if you have some restriction that you want only first few characters, then you give the number up to which your file should be read. And if you give 5, then it will read up to 5 characters. You see that? 1, 2, 3, and there is one more character by going to the next line, 4 and 5, which is B. Okay, so from line to line there is one space, right? that also treated as one character. That's a 1 and 3, 5. So this is how you can actually print only specific characters instead of reading all the contents. Okay. Read n number of characters by passing parameter. Awesome. You can also read this file line by line. Instead of reading entire content, sometimes you have to get the content line wise. Now, if you say read here. If you say file dot read line, this will read the first line of that text file. And again, if you say file dot read line, this time your pointer will go to the next line and it will read the second line. Okay, if you give 4 read lines, that means it will print 4 lines. So what happens when I run this test now? As I give 2 read line methods, first read line will read ABC, and then when you say second read line, pointer will move to the second line and it will read BVDSF. But if you provide this read line after read of 5, the control right now is at this line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, right? Your file actually read up to character B with the help of read method. And now if you do read line, that will be applicable from here only. Okay, so make sure you comment it first so that you will have clear output. So do not mix read and read line all this together. Either use one of them, because when you say read of 5, it is already read up to these characters, and now whatever methods you give, it will start from here only. So that will lead to confusion. So comment this, and now when you run, you would see that first 2 lines are printed, ABC, BVDSF. Okay, so let's write a comment that read one single line at a time using readline method. Right, now let me discuss one interview question. So print all the contents of the file line by line using readline method. So this is your program. So let's try to solve it. Print line by line using readline method. So right now we have tried to do this by giving a method readline, so it will read first line, and whenever you give readline, it will read second line, right? Let's say there are 100 lines. So will you go and provide 100 readline methods every time to read every line? So that's not good, right? You should write some logic where it has to iterate in loop and print each and every line, isn't it? So let's see that in our next lecture. Thank you.